Amy, do you have a second? Where are these? Decide whether you're rolling the county or not.
I'm an open book.
Hey, this came to my house. I'll explain why it came here later.
Oh, I know why it came to your house because you didn't change the address.
Yeah. So I bought some stuff one year when the party didn't want to, and then we changed the address, so that's why it came to me.
Well, at least have them change the name
Okay.
so that it wasn't you, but apparently not the address.
Okay, it's time. I want to welcome everyone. If you please rise and make your hats, face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First up is Nikki with travel request.
I have 4 requests today. The first is from the Extension Office. Stacy Lane needs to transport things to the state fairgrounds. There are 3 requests for that office. And travel expenses are to be paid from the mileage budget in the Extension Office.
Further discussion, or do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
All in favor? I had to think about that for a second since we're missing someone.
Technically, you need the second and then call for a vote.
So I second that, and then now all in favor.
There you go.
Thank you. Next, I have 5 requests from the probation department to attend their Popeye Fall Conference. Travel expenses to be paid out of their budget.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Then I have a travel request from the treasurer's office to attend a state fall conference in Indianapolis. And that will be, those fees will be paid out of the elected officials training fund.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Lastly, there's a request from my department to attend the ASC conference in September. Those funds will come out of the HR travel budget.
Make a motion to approve.
Second. All those in favor?
Thank you, that's all I have.
I'm signing these unless you want me to sign those. So, we got one with it up there, one with it down here, one with it nowhere.
I have sent out forms. I'm working on it.
Here's Just saved me having to look.
I know.
Beat me up with these today. Are all these duplicates of those? They're not?
Extension, just take 3 of them and it should be done.
Stamp. Okay,
Thank you.
47 of those.
Thank you.
Next up is Mary.
I'm here today to talk to you about a program called Equity Protect, and I sent you the information and the contract via email, and then I also had a packet brought to me from CSI. CSI is our case management company that we maintain our property records on, and Equity Protect has partnered with them to be able to provide to counties at a discounted rate the service of protecting our consumers, our property owners who choose to subscribe at a discounted rate. And the cost to the county is a $3,000 one-time startup fee. And Alex, did you get the corrected version, Alex? Yes. And an annual program fee of $1,000. That can come out of the perpetuation, the recorder's perpetuation, and I'm sure moving forward there will be adequate funds. It has like $360,000 in it. So to onboard for a 3-year contract, we definitely have the funds to cover that. But it provides for us to be able to again, consumers who choose to participate at the discounted rate, it would be the one for the consumer. It's a one-time startup fee of $14.99, which reflects a county-sponsored $85 discount, and it's an annual subscription fee of $149.99. In the email, what jumped out at me, and again, this is kind of new to me because this is my 8th year as a recorder, and what I've observed is I felt like when I first started, it was kind of the wild, wild west in the recorder's office. Everybody, we've got 92 counties, and things could be being done in 92 different ways. But I see where there's more reliance on the county recorder to provide service and be more of a gatekeeper in terms of property fraud. Not that we are responsible, per se, but this is an opportunity to provide more tools to our property owners. For example, the kind of fraud you see sometimes involves a notary, and I was kind of giving a demo to the reporter-elect and showing her how, what a nice, clear, crisp, well-done notary stamp and acknowledgement looks like. And we've had to reject more and more documents based on the fact that the stamp that now contains the notary's license number, if it's smudged or has too much ink and you can't read it, because one of the rationales to reject a document is if it's not legible. But I know everybody's seen if you watch any news at all, you've seen the advertisements for the property fraud alerts and subscription services that are being offered. And I hate seeing those because I almost feel like it's an encouragement to people who might not have had that thought that they could steal some property, that might be an avenue that encourages them. But again, back to the email, on the pie chart that was in it, it says that we're a pretty high-risk county and that 60% of our properties fall within what they consider high risk. A high-risk property owner is someone who may own multiple properties, a rental company or landlord who may own multiple properties and may not physically be present at all their properties every day, that if there's unusual activity might not notice it. Farmers who own a lot of farm ground, that they, again, not physically present every day to see any unusual activity that may be occurring. We do have a service through DocsPop, but it's more of an after-the-fact alert, after something has occurred, has been reported, and not everybody uses it. I do have a gentleman that comes in pretty regular, about once a month, to ask if there's been any activity on his home. Your home is the biggest investment, typically, that the person has. So, you know, I feel like this is an important service that we can offer to those that feel that need. Kevin, I'm going to have Kevin from CSI come up and talk a little more about it. He's, again, he's from our case management company that will do put our data input and our indexing for properties.
I'd love to. Thank you, Mary.
Flesh it out more than I can.
Oh, you did a fantastic job. And I do want to compliment Mary on this. This is revolutionary.
You almost said you wanted to complicate Mary, and I was like, hey.
I know you.
Well, I do want to compliment her because this is kind of revolutionary, and as she had mentioned, their role is really ministerial. And so when filings come in, they can't reject it. If it meets those filing requirements, it could be fraudulent. She has to take it. And what we did several years ago, and really throughout the state of Indiana, we did these things that you could sign up for free, and you sign up your name, and I call it really a victim alert, because that means you get alerted when something's already filed on against you. What we want to do is prevent those being victims. And what we did is this service allows you to become a secured creditor on your own property. And one of the biggest things about it, it's insured. I don't want to keep talking around. I know you're all neighbors here. This is important to you. But it's got insurance, and that's something no one has in the country. This is a revolutionary service I found about 3 or 4 years ago. We've got an integration now with them. So it's property-based. You become a secured creditor. So when a title company, real estate company, anybody that wants to try to file one, they're going to see what's called a UCC3, and they go, what is this? Why is Mr. St. John a creditor on his own property? Well, you're going to have to get clearance from you to be able to then go with this quitclaim deed or a mortgage filing on you. You will get a right to say, no, I didn't do that, and it stops.
Can I jump in here?
Yeah, absolutely, Mary.
I want to talk about what a UCC is, because I had never heard of a UCC until I came to the recorder's office. A UCC is, to me, an easy way to explain it is like a lien. So that when an abstract or a title company is looking into a property that they're assisting in the transfer of, if a lien pops up, they're going to say, hey, we can't proceed with the sale of this property until this lien is addressed. And this is a very simplistic way of explaining it, but that's, again, I don't own multiple properties, and so it's not something that I would even be aware of. And again, a UCC is a peculiar little animal because typically what you see it used for is improvements on property or big farm equipment, that type of thing.
Yeah, and so basically what this does is put like a credit lock. Everybody knows about credit locks. You can go on these Experian and all these different places to put credit locks so they don't take your credit card. This works the same way. You get a property lock now. So that actually prevents the fraud. Now let's say something does happen. These quitclaim deeds are the easiest way to steal property. If it meets the requirements, Mary has to take it. You're now a victim. You're going to have lawyer fees of $10,000 or more to quiet the title, to get that you're a victim. And you have to pay, because our judicial system doesn't have any way to restore the rights to your property. So what this does has insurance then to cover those costs for you. So should it get through, this is, like I said, the only service or product in the country that is backed by insurance then to restore your rights to your own property. So,
I'm going to cut,
No, go ahead, ma'am.
cut in on you again.
yeah.
There are 6 requirements to be on a transfer document, a deed or affidavit, etc. And 4 of them are by state statute, and 2 of them are by local ordinance, and that's, I want to credit the commissioners for that local ordinance. It requires the prior deed number as well as the parcel number of the property. And despite the fact that those are all required, and we check for all 6 things, any one of them can be wrong or falsified, and we do not have the authority to say we're not going to report it. If those 6, and the 6 items, and we check to make sure that they're on every transfer document, and yet they can be wrong, it could be a forgery, etc., and we don't have the authority to stop it. So this is why this is really important to me.
And I would add to that, Mary, that's a great point. So like the current systems that are out there now are mostly name-based. Ours actually with DocsPop is property-based, and it gives you at least enough clue. Yeah, I think that is my property, but it has the legal description on it. But if you're a John Smith, God forbid you sign up on a name-based system, you're going to get all kinds of false alerts. At some point, you're going to get all these texts and email, and you're going to go, I'm tired of this because it's not tied really to my property. This is tied specifically to your property, and you may not know how they got it indexed in her system. You might have it under trust, and you forget how it was worded or legally it's on there. We'll go right to the parcel, and that way, and if you're a farmer too, we can have multiple parcels to the protection. So this is really an all-encompassing thing. I think one of the greatest things is anybody thinking to steal in Jennings County sees that she's got this service. I'll go to the next county, it's name-based, and those victim alert systems that have no real protection. So I applaud Mary on this. You know, I hope this, with that $3,000, by the way, there's a whole mailing that goes on. She'll be able to, customize this such that, it'll slowly go out, and it'll become an educational piece. And, hopefully we get the press here too, if you guys want to know more about it. But, this is going to help then, generate some questions. Commissioners, you might even get some pushback. Hey, what are we doing? We can allow a false document to be recorded? Yes, you can, unfortunately, but now we got protection. So with that, I'm going to stop. I just think I want to compliment Mary. Hopefully this is something that you'll want to take advantage of, but I do think, and with our help on integrating this, it'll be a great service for Jennings County, no doubt.
Major question I had was on the cost to the individual. The $149.99, does that cover all of their properties, or is that per property?
If it's a farmland, so that, if you're just a homeowner, that's the one you got, but let's say you are a farm, you have multiple parcels, they'll cover it all in one, that $149. And that covers the insurance too. That pays for your insurance. You can't get insurance that cheap. Alta, a lot of these title insurance, that's what it covers you up to the time you bought the property, not after. Alta does have some endorsements, but they're not that kind of low cost and no insurance behind, restoring your property. So yeah, good question. Great question.
I think it's a really good idea. I'm not prepared today to do anything on it because I really want Shane to be involved in the decision too, and he can't be here. So I'm going to suggest that Charlie, unless you've got some more questions.
I got one. Am I reading this? I haven't read through this all. Am I reading this right that it's $1,000 the first year and then it's $10,000 a year after that?
No. So actually, this is something really cool too. I don't know if I wanted to get into this too deep, but that is a new product. It's called Aware. That's for that $10,000. It's a whole ecosystem. This company now, they evolved out of the whole real estate, title world, escrow world. And this is now going to be a nationwide and community-built system to make awareness. So if a real estate agent, and you're a real estate agent, you can go into the system, hey, I got a fraudulent person trying to sell property, or sell property. It gets reported on the system. Anything else happens, it gets reported on the system. And then for that, $10,000, actually, because of our relationship, that would go to zero for Jennings County. It's being built, it's not ready, but he's showing you the retail price of that. So that's the advantage of being with us, but that's gonna become a nationwide alert system. And again, it's gonna be something to hopefully be preventative, even before it even gets to her, you can try to report it and stop it. This is a whole ecosystem then, to make people aware. Hey, I just had somebody come in here, or actually some fraud did happen, it gets broadcast out, so your real estate title escrow companies would definitely benefit from that program, and you guys would get that for free. And I might add too, I just, real quick, I almost missed this, because Mary almost brought this up as a, you know, visibility, somebody calling in monthly. You sign up for this, you get a monthly statement on your property. And it'll check Zillow, Realtor.com, all those Craigslist, all possible ways to sell your property. You'll get a monthly statement for free that says, yeah, you're not showing up on any of this stuff and nothing's been filed. So it's almost like a bank statement, monthly, for free. So I think that's another unbelievable value. Gives you some visibility to your property. Puts you a little peace of mind, hopefully, too. Good question.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll make a motion to table until next meeting.
I will second that, and all those in favor. I will say one more thing before you leave.
Yeah.
Anybody that thinks that this can't happen to you,
Yes.
you're living in a box, because I'm telling you, there's almost not a week goes by that I don't get some kind of a fraud alert or whatever at my house, or the potential of a security breach to a bank account. I mean, I now have like a file dedicated to, in case something happens, here's probably why. And I mean, I'm telling you, I hate that we have to spend extra money, but these fraudsters, they're good. They're good. They're way better than us, because all they have to do all day long is sit around and think of a way that they're going to steal your stuff, rather than go out and having a job like the rest of us do. Their job is to sit around and steal your stuff. So, you know, I think it's something that we definitely need to look at. Appreciate you. Thank you.
For your time.
Yep, thank you. Next up, Rebecca.
So I'm here today for something easy. I'm not asking you guys for a random Poultry Barn, but speaking of that, it was really nice to have over the fair this summer, so I do appreciate that. But last year, well, I guess it was this year, time was flying for me, but the contractual services, when we had talked about that, I had mentioned to you guys that Extension was going to be going through a transformation. And we are finally approaching that transformation. And with that, you guys will have the opportunity to work with our new regional operations manager, Christopher Fogel. And I'm just here to introduce him to you guys today. And then with me going on maternity leave in about 3 weeks, we're going to expedite the opportunity for you guys to work with him sooner. So I'm just going to let him chit-chat a little bit more, but this is all with the transformation, so you'll work with me a little bit less and get the opportunity to work with him a little bit more.
Questions you guys have?
I have one.
Yes.
You're probably going to address this, but I'll just go ahead and ask it. What exactly does the title Regional Operations Leader do?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. So essentially the ROL position is one that is going to be oversight over 4 counties. So I will be over Decatur, Jennings, Ripley, and Franklin. And we'll be doing a lot of the kind of just oversight with the educators, ensuring that they're meeting goals and standards. But the bigger piece is going to be working with major stakeholders and elected officials in the counties, just to ensure that we maintain that intimate touch base with anybody that is elected, any of our large stakeholders, to ensure that you're continuing to see the value and the need to have extension in the counties and in your communities as a whole. So hopefully you're going to get to know me very well, where we're going to have a lot of those meetings, a lot of those discussions about what's still going on in Jennings County, ensuring that you see that all the services that you're already supporting are continuing as they are, so there should be no break in service. So that's going to be where my role comes into play, where some counties are say, well, we don't know what happens with extension, so that's where I will be communicating and helping ensure that you do know what's going on and that you know the impact that we have as far as our evidence-based programming is concerned.
Okay. Got anything?
No?
Welcome aboard.
Excellent, thank you so much.
Rebecca will tell you, you'll get to know me really well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you. Alex, do you have anything?
No.
Making statements on that?
No.
None? Okay. Does anybody in the crowd have anything? No? The paper that I handed you, don't address it?
No.
Okay. Well, you're killing me today, dude.
Yep.
I will entertain a motion to approve prior minutes.
Make a motion to approve prior minutes.
I will second that. All those in favor? And I will entertain a motion to sign payroll and claims.
Make a motion to sign payroll claims.
I'll second that. All those in favor? If anyone goes to the recycling center and you see Tom Schneider out and about, he so graciously stepped up to fill in for John. So if you could give him a hello there and thank you for helping out, I'd appreciate it. We were really concerned about how we were going to fill that position there for a little bit, so. We don't have anything from the solid waste district yet on final expenses for the special trash collection, do we? 74,000 pounds, I think it was, of additional stuff was removed from Jennings County's eyesight for that special collection. So I think it went over really well.
And that doesn't include 2 semi-loads of tires.
That does
right?
not include the 2 semi-loads of tires because that was a different deal. So I think it's a really, really good idea that we should explore, as long as we can afford it, to try to do that every year. Amy, do you have a second? Question, make sure it's okay for me to sign this one. Capital One bill, one of these at the top is marked criminal.
Oh, it's, they split it up upstairs, they split it up, criminal division and child support.
Okay, so when someone writes criminal on the top of something, you know what I mean? It's kind of keep it, so maybe come up with a different.
Yeah,
You
she
see-
puts it in
you
like
see what
that,
I'm saying?
so, yeah, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Helicopter, I think.
I was gonna say, if that was the elevator noise, it's needing repair because it's like changed noises.
It's the train.
Was it a
Is
train?
it a train?
Wow.
Oh.
I don't guess I've ever heard a train in the commissioner's meeting. Isn't that neat? Sheila, I saw you were in here. Did you need anything today in particular? So you got word that I filled my road boss position, correct? So then do I have an opening to fill his spot? So if anyone knows anyone looking for a county highway position, I actually have one open, so.
I have one.
You have one too, so we have two. Spread the word, we want good people. Does anyone in the crowd have anything? One last time, speak now, forever hold your peace. Not, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I will second that, and all those in favor.
Oh, I have some.
No.